Hello, everybody. So, to those who caught on to what I said yesterday about how today was going to be sort of a make or break day, because this was the day that I was going to go down to the job centre down in Morpeth and tell the powers that be exactly all the disasters I've had over this year. And to be honest, there was a lot of things that I was going to say and did say that I felt were very, very below the par, extremely unprofessional, and there was even some cases in which I generally thought I was the victim of what's referred to as affinity bias. By the time I got it all out, by the time I told them, they just straight up moved on and asked had I had the receipts for my fuel allowance and stuff like that for the course I was on. Yeah. And then when it was all over, I did ask them when my appointment was over. I asked, well, okay, are we not going to look into anything about this? Because there was some pretty out there stuff that I was saying, and quite frankly, it kind of seemed a bit surprising that they just sort of said, okay, now we can move on, as if like nothing was going to be resolved from this. And then and then straight. Here's something actually, to be honest, I think people need to be concerned about when you're dealing with people who are actually very, very calm. Because when they are not calm and actually they start becoming aggressive, you can sort of sense it's on the back of a lot of things being held back now are starting to make their way to the front. And she just, even my work coach said to me something that, to be honest, I straight up did not anticipate her saying. She told me to maintain a positive attitude. There's been a few times this year, ladies and gentlemen, where, to be completely honest, you could hear my jaw dropping to the floor, because this was one of those moments. It's probably not for the first time this year, but this is also just it was one of those moments where I finally knew what it felt like to be insulted. And you know what? Yeah, I wish I could see the bright side in trying to stay positive on the back of her advice. But I'm not, because I don't. Because I don't believe for 1 second it went in one ear, straight out the other. Yeah. Oh my God.